Hi everyone. I just wanted to put this video out. The topic that I'm going to be talking about is going to be highly offensive because it's going to be politically incorrect. Because I'm going to be talking about deadbeat dads, particularly black deadbeat dads. And as we say in the vernacular, I'm gonna go in. So prepare and brace yourself. I wanted to talk about this because I think this is one of the biggest problems and probably the premier problem in the African American community. And I come at this subject from different aspects. I was not born in this country, but I have been raised in this country. So I have both an immigrant's background as well as just the culture of being an African American. Because when people look at me, they don't know I was born in England and my parents are Jamaican. They just see me as a black woman. So I have felt what it feels like to be black in America. Having said that, and I'm not going to say that slavery wasn't a bad thing. It was horrendous. How could people own people and sell them like they were chattel, sell them like they were property? But I think that some, maybe even most of the social ills that we are experiencing as a community, the African American community, are brought upon by ourselves. And one of the biggest problems I've seen in the black community is the absence of fathers. And I know what this does to children because, first of all, I am a pediatrician. I'm a board-certified, Harvard-educated pediatrician. So I know what I'm talking about. But I'm also a mother of four, but I see it in my practice. And it is responsible for a lot of things. I mean, everywhere from what we see in our homes, in our schools, in our finances, the crimes, the violence, gangs, drugs. It all stems from there being no fathers in the home. The latest statistic is that over 2/3 of African American children are being raised in a single-parented home. And 9 times out of 10, that single parent is the mother. And I know we black women are so strong, but we can't do it all by ourselves. And this is not to bash the black men. I love y'all. I do. I love black men. But I really think you all need to step up. I mean, think about it. When you don't have a father in the home, these children, the boys and the girls, don't have the love from the first man that is supposed to love them. It's their father. And what you get is you get girls who grow up not having had the love from the first man that should love them, and then they want to find love from whatever man will offer them love. And so they end up with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and then they get pregnant, not pregnant out of wedlock, and they perpetuate this cycle. And we thought it was only affecting the girls, but no, it affects the boys too. These black boys are so angry, and they're angry because they're hurt. They've been rejected. They've been denied. There are some children who don't even know who their fathers are. And yes, I know this happens in every race. There's a smattering everywhere. But it is abundant, sadly abundant, in the African American community. And what you get is you get angry black boys. And you get boys who want to feel validated by a man. So what do? Or by a male. They join gangs. The gangs give them that security, it gives them that love, it gives them those open arms, it gives them something to belong to, something to identify with. And then you get the angry black boys in the school. That's why our schools are horrible. That's why our schools are horrible. And that's the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth, and the truth hurts, but here it is. And the other reason why this video is going to be offensive is because I'm airing dirty laundry. The thing about dirty laundry, though, is if you don't either air it or wash it, it will rot and stink. So, this is the reason why our schools are terrible. Why do you think black people who go to black schools want to go to white schools? It's not that the white schools are intrinsically better, but when you look at white families, they have a mother and a father. Most of them have a mother and a father. You need both. Now, I'm a conservative. I'm an admitted conservative. So I believe in the institution of marriage. I really think we got to go back to the shotgun marriage, too. That's the reason why you know what, back in the old days, 50, 60 years ago, when a girl got pregnant out of wedlock, the father put a gun to the man's head and said, you're going to marry her and make her an honest woman and give my grandchildren a name. And yeah, maybe they couldn't stand each other, but you know what? They faked it until they made it, and they made a home. and you know, they made it. Sure, you didn't maybe have the love of your life, but you know what? When you make mistakes, that's what happens. You end up with what you end up when you have to make the best of it. And what we're doing now is not working. We need to go back to shotgun marriages. So fathers, I want you all to step up to the plate. You're the reason why our society is crumbling like that. You are the reason. We need fathers as head of the homes. And when you're not there, it is felt. And let me tell you something, Dad. Just because you buy a bag of diapers or you take the child out every other weekend to get her nails done and take them to McDonald's, that's not being a dad. I'm sorry. It's not being a dad. Not at all. And mothers, listen here, women. You all are not guilt-free either. I'll give everyone a mistake. Yes, sometimes pregnancies out of wedlock happen. But make it just happen once. We have women who have 3, 4, 5, 6 children with 6 different men. That's ridiculous. Stop it. Because all you are doing is perpetuating a cycle of poverty and ignorance. So, I know this is going to be controversial, and I know it's not maybe going to go over well, but it's the truth. And we need to do better. We need to do better. So women, you're in control of your bodies. If you know the man is a deadbeat when you're dating him, don't have a baby with him. He's not going to get better. All right? I have a whole lot of other things I need to rant about too, but I just wanted to make this video very, very quickly. So, take it for what it's worth. Spread it around. Talk about it. Use this as a piece of discussion. Talk amongst yourselves, and let's see if we can do better. Let's see if the next generation we can do better by, and maybe our schools can be a little better. Because, when you have children who can come to school and they're feeling good about themselves and they have an intact family, they'll come and they'll learn. And even if they act out, you have someone you can call, the dad, who will put his foot down and make the child behave. Now you don't have anybody. You call the mom, but she can't come because she's at work working 2 jobs to keep a roof over their head and food in their mouth because there's no man. She's a single woman trying to make ends meet. So, anyway, I hope and pray that we can really do better, because my fear is that we have a whole generation of children who are lost. And I pray that they're able to make it despite the hand that they have been dealt. Anyway, for all of you who have watched this video, please spread the word.